This is FIBA Podcast. Thank you for joining us in our morning daily devotion.
Greetings to you all in Jesus' name. We are happy that you have joined us again today. The topic of today's meditation is Impact of a Small Prayer. A couple of years ago, my family, we had a chance to visit the cruise missionary ship Doulos. This large ship, which is now rested out of the seas, this huge ship during its sailing days has moved on to more than 100 countries. But this huge ship is well controlled by a very small rudder, and on that rudder is a tiny thing called Tin Trap. Imagine a ship of this magnitude being controlled by such a small device. Prayer is a small thing that has great impact. I wanted to see how important prayer is in our life and how prayer changes things. Our faith is not in the greatness of our prayers, but in the greatness of our God. And our God hears every prayer, even wordless prayers. He hears the cry of our hearts, even when we cannot formulate the words. He is close to the broken-hearted. He knows our hearts. He also knows our feelings and our emotions. You and I may be tempted to think that our prayers may not be effective because maybe we are not doing it right. Maybe you're thinking prayer needs to be long and needs to be in good language. But the truth is, God knows our needs even before we ask. The effectiveness of our prayer is not dependent on speaking the right words. It's not an exact formula we follow. Prayer is communicating from the heart. If you can talk, you can pray. Some of the greatest prayers you can pray are, "Help me, God, I need you right now. Give me strength or give me peace." More examples of powerful prayers are, "I will obey you, God. Fill me with your spirit." In 1 Samuel chapter 3, there is a story of a young man, Samuel. He lives in the temple and is an assistant to the priest named Eli. One night, Samuel wakes up hearing a sound calling his name. You assumes it's Eli calling. So he gets up to find out what Eli needs. But Eli says, "I didn't call you. Go back to sleep." So Samuel goes back to sleep, but wakes up a second time hearing someone calling his name. Again he goes to Eli, but Eli says, "I didn't call you. Go back to sleep." 1 Samuel chapter 3 verses 8 to 10 tells us what happened next. Bible says, a third time God called Samuel, and Samuel went up to Eli and said, "You call me, here I am." And Eli realized that God was calling the boy. So Eli said to Samuel, "Go and lie down, and if he calls you, say, 'Speak, Lord, the servant is listening.'" So Samuel went and lay down in his place to sleep. The Lord came and stood there as the other times and said, "Samuel, Samuel." Samuel said, "Speak, Lord, your servant is listening." God does speak to Samuel, the young boy, and reveals to him that judgment is coming on the house of the Lord, because Eli the priest, along with his sons, had not been faithful to God. As Samuel grows up, God makes him a prophet and uses him in a mighty way. It also begins with a simple prayer. "Speak, for your servant is listening." Let me ask you, what can God do in and through your life if you become a person of prayer? What if you committed each day few minutes in prayer? What keep increasing your prayer time? Is there anything that we can do that would be more impactful? James chapter 5 verse 16 says, "Prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." I believe for a long time that the people in heaven who receive the greatest rewards from God are not people who are famous now. They are not on TV or on radio or on podcast. Probably they are not household names. Probably the greatest rewards would be for those who are faithful in prayer, and they are not well known on earth, but well known in heaven. Let us be prayerful. Have a nice day, and God bless us all.
Dear listener, we are here to stand with you in your time of need. We want to pray with you and for your prayer request. Do you need someone to talk to? We are here for you. Call us or send a message at +91 636 425 2164 +91 636 425 2164. God bless you.